What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Chicken. There's a lot of things brewing in Hollywood, including my tea. So, gotta drink my tea here. Gotta bring in my partner. He thinks gummy bears are the only things that need to be squished at the theaters. There he is.
What the? Where do you come up with this, man?
I don't know.
Gummy bear. Oh my god! What? Oh my god!
It's good to be back in the chair. Talk about some cool shiz.
Some Hollywood shiz. Some entertainment shiz.
Yes, some bittersweet shiz. Some angry shiz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will get into that. Our main topic, as you can tell from our title, is James Gunn's DC in trouble? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And you know I love James Gunn.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I don't love James Gunn, but I like James Gunn. I like his quirkiness. But I'm very concerned about what's happening at DC right now.
What's up, Cowabunga, dude?
What's that? Especially the season finale of Peacemaker 2.
I heard people weren't too happy about that.
I was livid.
People felt like they were baited.
If my TV wasn't so expensive, I would have threw my remote at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's heavy. That's heavy.
That's heavy. It's heavy. Very disappointed. Let's put it that way. I do have my top 5
awesome.
This week. My top 5 is top 5 Denzel Washington movies. Man,
I like it. I like it.
That's
gotta be top because he has a lot of great movies, man.
Tell me about it.
I feel like I would struggle with that stuff.
I could have easily made a top 10. Easy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So I had to go from a top 10 to a top 5. Do you know how hard that is? There was at least legitimately 2 movies that I feel terrible leaving off the list.
Oh no!
Like I feel terrible.
I'm so curious.
We'll talk about that in a bit, but let's get into some birthdays, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So happy birthdays. Let's do it. We will start off with happy birthday to Ursher.
The old Ursher.
Is he old?
I'd say he's old. And
Ursher?
The controversies that kind of surround him are crazy too, man.
We're talking about birthdays here, not controversies. It's not like what he touched and what he didn't touch.
It's more like what he gave to people and what they did not want to get from him.
Ursher.
His confessions need to become out for real.
Jeez. Anyways.
Yeah.
How old is Ursher? Cowabunga says 52.
I'm gonna say 55.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say he's kind of up there now.
I don't know what y'all smoking, but he is 47.
Oh shit.
You guys aged him up real quick.
I feel like he's been around. So I remember like him first busting out when I was a kid in elementary school, and he showed up on the scene. I was like, young guy, and then he disappeared for like 10 years, and then high school came, and then he brought out like confessions, and I was like, oh, okay, he's back.
And high school came,
and then he just disappeared again.
Let's do this one. One of my faves. What
was his age?
47.
Oh, right, 47. Okay.
Have you had your coffee yet?
No. I need stronger things.
Well, come on over.
Wake up.
Happy birthday to Hugh Jackman. Jackman.
What's he, like 64 now?
Dude, like, I swear, this guy doesn't age. In the last 15 years, he looks exactly the same.
It's the magic of Hollywood. right? It's they have millions to make themselves look younger.
Off his musky beard, he looks like he's just gained 15 years of life.
Crazy. Apparently, they've got more projects for him at Disney and Marvel. Eh? It's not just going to end with
Well,
Avengers.
he better show up as a cameo in Secret Wars.
He's going to have to, yeah.
Well, not just a cameo, more of a role. But he better show up.
Not just him, but apparently Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man story is going to end in Avengers as well. I think that's going to be done. Yeah,
cool.
Give people the conclusion.
I think people deserve it.
I think so too. Yeah, I think he does, man. I think his Spider-Man just kind of got left up in the air, and we all wanted to see how it would go down.
Cowboy Dude says he's 62. What do you say?
I'm going to say like 60, 67.
Hugh Jackman is 57.
Oh, shit. He's not as old as I thought he was. Oh no. Oh, my God.
You aged him again. Oh. You guys screwing people over here all day long.
My bad, Hugh.
I've got this guy's controversial, but it's funny. Happy birthday to Sacha Baron Cohen.
Is he controversial?
Well, the stuff he did. Do you don't remember watch Bruno and Borat?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, fair
Bruno
enough.
Was, I think people.
Bruno was the worst one, I think. In
Bruno
my opinion,
was worse than Borat was like PG-13.
Yeah,
and Bruno was like rated R.
Just took it up to another level, which was like
a level that nobody wanted him to take it to.
No, I was expecting Borat levels of humor, and then when you watch it, you're like, why?
Totally unnecessary.
I think the worst one for me was when he was running that UFC ring in the town of rednecks, and then it just I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die here.
They're throwing chairs in the ring. Folding chairs were thrown. I'm like, this guy's gonna die with the chair's gonna land on his head and he's gonna die.
Yep. Oh man,
so bad. So bad.
Funny guy though. Funny guy.
Yeah, I mean, he knew how to push the limits there, right?
Yeah.
I also think he is one of the early godfathers of starting shit on crazy stuff on YouTube.
I think so with the Ali G series.
Yeah, I think he prompted this kind of nonsense to start up in YouTube where other people started gravitating towards it, right?
I think so. I think you're on point there.
Yeah,
because I don't think anybody else ever really did what he did.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah,
like there are things he did that he should not live through. Like you're expecting him to die any minute now, right? With the stuff he was doing.
Wild statement, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like I literally genuinely was concerned about his life. Like some of the stunts he was doing. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? We don't need to laugh about this. You're gonna die. Right? Like it's gonna go from laughter to funeral real quick. Right? Anyways, how old is Sacha Baron Cohen?
Okay, I'm gonna go on the cautionary side now because
now you're gonna be cautionary.
I'm gonna say he's 48.
He's 48. Okay, Cowabunga says 53. Well, he is 54.
Oh wow.
You guys went under.
Well, Cowabunga Dude was close. He was a lot closer.
You guys both went under. That's hilarious. All right, we'll do a couple more and we'll do something else here. Let's do. I've got here a couple goodies here. Okay, let's do happy birthday to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The Bloodsport King.
Every time he does the splits, I feel uneasy.
I was always like, I don't know how he does that, man.
Oh man,
Kumite. His movies were dope. I don't care what anybody says.
Was he the yin to the yang of Seagal?
100%. They
Okay.
actually kind of had a little bit of a feud going on. Like,
Yeah,
people were
I remember
comparing
that.
a lot. Yeah. And Seagal
There's
was
some
like, I can
bitterness.
kick his ass. And Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme was like, no, you can't. I 100% believe Jean-Claude Van Damme can whoop Steven Seagal's ass.
You think so?
100%.
Okay. Is that because you hate Seagal? Your
I just feel
disdain for
like
Seagal
his
forced to watch
Krav
these
Maga's
VHS
gonna
tapes.
like defend against freaking. I get out of here, man. Krav Maga ain't doing shit.
Oh, bricks that don't hit the back.
Oh, this ponytail's gonna whip him in the eyes or some shit, man.
How old is Jean-Claude Van Damme?
He's up there now. He's got to be at least 67.
67. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to have a take on this? I'm gonna say in 3, 2, 1. Jean-Claude Van Damme is 65.
Oh, I was close.
He's getting a citizenship card now.
You know, did you know that he originally was approached to have Johnny Cage like image himself as Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat?
Really?
Yeah. They really wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme to be Johnny Cage.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta double check it, but I think in the more recent Mortal Kombat game, they managed to get a skin of him. I'm gonna find out.
So he said no to it though?
He did, because he thought it was dumb. He thought it was dumb.
His agents didn't do research.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got 2 quick ones here. Happy
Let's
birthday
do
to
it.
John Favreau.
Ooh. Oh.
How old is John?
How old?
Good old Johnny. AKA Happy.
He's not that old. I'm gonna say 59.
For 1,000,000 points, John Favreau is 59.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that.
Yes! Finally!
Your luck has come true now. Finally. Oh man, it's been a while since you nailed one.
I know, man.
Happy birthday to, I think, the very talented and beautiful Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh, Silo Woman.
Yeah, Silo and from Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, yeah.
Rising star, I think, in Hollywood for me, if not already there.
Right. Well, I don't even know. Ooh. I'm gonna say.
By the way, if you haven't seen Silo, go check it out. It is phenomenal. It does start off very slow in the season 1. Does start very slow, but the curiosity, stick with it, and it does pay off. It's pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah. You sold me on it after like you got me to go watch it. First few episodes in, I was like, okay, I'm locked in. I was like, this is the show.
It's a slow burn, but it's worth it.
A lot of layers.
Yeah,
a lot of layers. I'm gonna say she's 37.
All right, she is from Sweden, so that's why Swedish people are very beautiful. She is 42.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Aging gracefully.
She looks amazing.
Yes. Millions of dollars would do that.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, shit, man.
All right, let's do some events here. This week in Hollywood, 1990, starring Kevin Costner, Dances with the Wolves debuted.
Wow.
1990.
I remember that. And Tatanka.
What? I don't know what you're doing there. Antlers? Antlers?
They're like,
were you trying to get TV reception or something? I don't know what the heck you're doing there. Dances with Kevin Costner.
That's the only thing I remember from that movie when I watched it as a kid.
This is the slogan to tell you that's the movie to watch. Dances with Wolves. All right, moving right along. Let's do a couple here. Oh, I don't know if you watched this show or not, but I'm a gearhead. I love cars. Top Gear debuted in 2002.
Wow.
Starring Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. It is the most successful and longest running car show of all time.
23 years or 22 years?
Oh, well, it continued in another form with Amazon. That's called the Grand Tour for 5 years as well. But yeah, I mean, they retired. Now they're done. But there's been so many spin-offs from there and revivals from that, and
Right.
none of them hold a candle to these guys.
Right. I remember the last thing I remember seeing about it was like Matt LeBlanc coming onto the show, but like I don't think anything became of it.
They even tried Top Gear US to Top Gear Australia. They tried different versions and they just couldn't. The three of them had chemistry,
Mhm.
right? In fact, James May didn't come on till the second season. He was
Right.
Jason Dow was the person as a third member, but he was replaced in the after the first season, and the show then took off because the three of them have amazing chemistry. They brought laughter, to the show. It's not just about cars and how fast they go and what features they have. There was comic inserted in there that just made it so much fun. And then their adventures that they would go on was just absolutely epic because they would go worldwide into unknown countries and do these crazy little things that they were asked to do, whether it be like to get across this river in your car, right? They would have to go and construct a car that would be able to float to get across that river.
That's
Right.
crazy.
So things like that. They did amazing things, and I was there for a good. I came in probably 10 years after the show started.
Right.
Started recognizing and watching it, and then just fell in love with it and looked forward to it every year. They did have controversy. There was some stuff that
Of
happened
course.
and delays happened, and when those happened, you're just so bummed because they would only have like 7 or 8 episodes as they got older. So
Gotcha.
it's just like you waited like a half a year to like 7 months or 8 months to see these few weeks of the show, and then when it gets delayed, you just get so upset about it because you're like, I waited so long, right?
Yep.
So, but when they did come on, they never disappoint, and it was such a popular show. Probably going to be the greatest car show of all time. I don't think anyone's going to dethrone that. It just, especially nowadays where we're all so inundated with short form videos,
Yeah.
right? Where we're just like, nah, just give us the information on that car in 5 seconds. That's all we
Yeah.
want to know.
I
Right?
also think too, though, like the it's not just that, but you see the amount of cars that are being made and how they're being made. They really don't hold a candle to what we got back in the past, man. It's not the same.
There's no beauty to it
No.
anymore. There's no
Mm-mm.
classicness to it. Some of
No.
these cars, like, do you think a Model X is going to be a classic car in 20 years? Nobody
No.
cares.
I mean, have you seen the new Mustang? It's now a freaking SUV that's an electric vehicle.
My brother-in-law owns 2 of them.
You disown him. Disown him.
I didn't say it.
Tell your
He's probably
sibling
watching this.
to
He's
get a
probably
divorce.
watching this right now.
Tell your sibling to get a divorce.
I didn't say anything, bro. I didn't say anything. He said it. Oh.
They're ruining the name of Mustang, man.
All right. In 1988, a TV show called Roseanne debuted.
Wow. 1988?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I remember watching that in the 90s. I didn't think it went that far back. Holy
Yeah, 1988.
cow. Wow. Is that when the dinosaurs came out?
Oh. Well, at least the Brontosaurus was the main name. Oh.
Oh,
Anyways, did you watch it a lot? Were you an avid watcher?
It was like here and no, not an because I was a kid watching this, so it felt a bit too serious. I was more into like the cartoons and like that show called The Dinosaurs, the one with that.
Yeah, not the mama.
Yeah, it kind of emulated Roseanne in a
Oh,
sense.
100%.
But like,
100%.
but like
Yeah.
for kids, and I watched that more than Roseanne, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, he had the flannel shirt on too, right?
Yep.
So, in 2021, a movie called The Eternals debuted, or not debuted, came out.
It's you didn't like, right? Wow.
Yeah,
They kind of messed up the whole MCU.
They gave it to a director named Chloe Zhao, who had barely any experience with this kind of type of movies, and I mean, I'm sure she's a nice person. I don't know her, but she was in over her head on this one.
Mm.
There was a lot of issues with this movie. It didn't make sense. You also have to blame Kevin Feige for throwing this to us. There's no need. There's no reason to make this movie,
Right.
and
Especially when it didn't really add anything and they forgot all
and
about
now
the
it's a giant cluster. You know what? In a wrench into their whole plans.
Yep.
Where are you gonna explain where this giant robot sticking out of the planet now?
Yeah,
You
man.
better explain that because I'm still waiting for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just
And the Celestials as a whole need to be explained because they threw them in that movie and they were like, "Yep, planet's gonna be judged at some point. We'll be back later." No.
peace, everybody.
Yeah.
Then you
Just
had Black Knight, you had Blade there. Like there were so many fragments, and then you had Thanos' brother at the end credits.
Yep. Which
It's
we'll
just
probably never see again.
never again. That
Yeah.
was a blimp in the radar right there. And they paid a lot of money, man, because they had some marquee actors in there, including Angelina Jolie, Salma
Yep.
Hayek, Richard Madden. Like they had big time list of celebrities in there, and it was just a complete waste. Complete waste. Yeah, but 2021, it's a black eye on Marvel. So yeah, that is your events for this week in Hollywood and birthdays this week in Hollywood. We'll do it again next week. All right, let's get into some news, shall we?
Let's do it.
Michael Walden, the guy from Twister, the latest revival Twister, says that Michael Walden says Glenn Powell, the guy from Twister, should play Nova in the MCU.
I saw that. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like that I don't know how big of a impact Nova's gonna have in the MCU, but I feel like that'd be kind of wasting him as a character. He's a good actor. Could do something better, man.
You know what I was thinking, and somebody did post this picture. I want to give credit to that person if they
the new Tony Stark.
BioBenny posted the side-by-side picture of who that person thinks should Glenn Powell play. And I'll share it with you here.
I'm curious. Booster Gold. Yeah, we've talked about this, I think.
It's either him or Chris Pratt.
In the DC universe, I could see him playing Booster Gold.
He's got the face for it, right?
He does have the face for it.
That chubby chin with jawlines chiseled.
Yep.
And then you throw in the goggles, and you got yourself a Booster Gold.
Somebody needs to AI this and see how he looks.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. People are going crazy with that Sora nonsense. I keep getting in my feed all the time. It's like, go away.
Same, man. Have you seen
I have a buddy of mine who's
Pixar
just
stuff?
I have a friend of mine who's just addicted to it. Every day he does something. Every day he just throws a video up. I'm like, you have a life?
Yeah.
And he's got a new baby too. It's like, where do you get the time?
Is it Chris?
Or no.
Is it Mike?
No. Not someone that you don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
It's just unnecessary. But
I can't imagine Mike making Sora AI video. Just tossing them online.
Oh yeah, because he has a newborn too. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So what he does on his downtime when the baby's asleep,
doing that,
making AI videos.
Yeah, get over here and change diapers. But I mean, if it's not Chris Pratt, I still want Chris Pratt to do it because I think he's just funnier.
Yeah.
But if it's not Chris Pratt, and then he would be a great fill-in.
Yeah, I think those two make the most sense to me, man. They really do. I think Chris Pratt he does a good job bringing those kind of unknown characters to life, man. I really think he does. The way he portrays them, Star-Lord was a hit, huge hit. I don't care how you feel about the guy, you can't deny that he was really good at it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But are we even going to get to this point, which is going to lead into our main topic in a bit? But are we even going to get there? So, terrible times right now at DC already. Yeah. It's crazy. It's so fast.
Yeah.
It's so fast how things can turn on a dime. We'll talk about it in a bit here. let's get into some other stuff. So, this TV show that's coming out, Deary, it's getting some good traction right now. People are saying this could be a big hit.
What's it called?
Pennywise, it's Welcome to Deary. It's called.
Welcome. Yes. Okay. I'm curious.
Sorry, you went all muted on me. Your volume just dropped. Your mic's wire probably might be loose or something. But while he's trying to fix his technical issues here, Welcome to Deary comes out, I believe, next week. And there's some traction to it. People are talking about it. It's the showrunners have said that there you are. There you are. Yeah.
Took a minute to recalibrate.
Yeah.
Meet
so
more.
the showrunners have said that he's not going to show up. It's not going to show up until later on in the show.
Yeah.
But there's been images leaked, or not leaked. They're probably just given by the showrunners of, this is from Discussing Films, that he's been around for quite some time.
I think I've seen those images. There were some that were from like 1908 or something, right?
There you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was in a circus in 1908. This is chilling and creepy at the same. It's crazy. I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. But I might have to
like
watch
when they do this stuff, man, because
I might have to watch it.
Yeah, it puts more of like a realism to it, which is like, I don't know if I want this. You know, I don't want this to be a thing. It manifests like the Slender Man thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
This guy is. Man, I can't. I'm gonna have to watch it just out of curiosity. But man, do I ever hate this thing.
Is it still the Skarsgård kid that's playing him, or do we got somebody different playing Pennywise this time?
Good question.
I'll find out.
Okay, check an IMDb. But yeah, man, this is.
Yeah. It is Bill Skarsgård. He is coming back to play Pennywise.
That's sick.
Nice. That dude, I think he did a great job playing this modern era of Pennywise, man. Oh, creepy ass dude.
Creepy.
Skarsgård's got like a whole history of acting under their belt, and I swear they're like a what do they call it? A generational family of actors.
Yeah,
like the Sheens.
I think it's gonna be a hit, in my opinion. I don't know if it's got the legs to do 2 seasons. I think 1 season is probably good enough at this thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I could be totally wrong here, which would be great for people who are fans of this, right? But
yeah,
I see 1 good season in this thing.
Yeah, I think the way I see this going is there's going to be like a year or a set time where Pennywise just kind of has a free for all with people in the town, and then they figure out how to push him back. That's what I see happening.
If this is a prequel too, so it's before the events of I'm assuming the first movies that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then obviously this is going to be sort of, it might fill in the gaps of some of those things that, it should fill in the gaps of some of the things that happened. Season 2, how many years if 1908 is when it started? Like I've been hearing from people saying that this is an alien.
Well, yeah, there's like also kind of theories that he's just he's like some sort of extra dimensional being as well that preys on the fears of people, and that's how he lives, you know, almost like a Lovecraft monster.
Yeah, I don't like clowns.
He's the whole reason why I hate clowns, dude.
Yeah, everybody hates clowns because of this guy. He's the main reason why they hate clowns. Lives rent free in our heads. No, thank you. Go away. Oh man. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is now playing in select theaters.
How many reiterations of Frankenstein are we going to get? I feel like every 5 to 10 years there's a new Frankenstein movie.
Guillermo del Toro, if you want creepy weirdness, that's the guy.
Yeah. Like, I don't doubt it's going to be good. There's so many Frankenstein movies, man. And everybody's own takes on it. I mean, I'll still go watch it. I'll still go watch it because it's Guillermo del Toro. I like his movies.
I don't like his movies.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because he's too weird for me.
Oh.
I mean, that's just me, right? There's a billion people that do like it, which I totally get, but he's just not for me. Yeah. I don't like his weird craziness, but that's his craft, right? That's his.
I'm going to assume you never watched The Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix then?
Yeah, no.
Because that was weird. That was weird.
What's the one with the guy had eyeballs in his hand?
That was Pan's Labyrinth.
Was that him that did that movie?
I'll find out.
I think it was Guillermo.
It kind of sounds about right.
I think
it was. Yep.
Yeah, that was. I watched that. I'm like, it was trailer.
Weird,
by the way, the trailer deceived us.
What do you mean?
So if you watch the trailer, it's nothing like the movie. They sent you on they baited you onto it. That's what I was pissed off about. Pan's Labyrinth was nothing like the trailer that it debuted. It debuted a trailer that we're going to go to a different world and all this stuff. These kids will explore it. And the movie was completely different.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, it was.
There's very little of the world they were exploring. It was more inside their world.
Yeah. Because that was during like World War I, I think.
I don't remember. I just remember this creepy dude with the eyeballs in his hands, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" And I'm not a fan of this kind of things. I watched it because I thought it was an adventurous type of movie,
right?
And I got the complete opposite. I'm like, "What's going on here? Why is it really creepy?" Right? So, and then me, I have to see this through.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cover my head like this and watch not the scary parts, right? And get through it. And I got through it, and I was not thrilled about it. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet is on the set of Dune 3. Are you a fan of Dune?
I haven't watched the second one yet. The first one, I thought the first one was fine. Of course, I don't really understand what Dune is. It just seems like an action movie with
You're not the only
philosophy to it. So I don't quite get what the premise of this is. Like, is he supposed to be like the chosen one, like Jesus or something like that? I don't understand.
Yeah, for me, Dune 1 was fine. I watched it. Dune 2, I had to stop watching it. And I was just like, I don't give a shit about this movie. I don't like the dialogue. It bored me.
Oh, that's not good.
They were talking, and this is obviously because of the way the show is they were talking like old English almost.
Oh, like some like Shakespearean style English?
Well, not Shakespearean style, but this foreign language of English, right? And it was just like, and I was just like, I'm not feeling this at all.
Gotcha.
And I just dropped. And I know there's a lot of people gonna, hate me for saying it, but a lot of people did like it and loved it and thought it was Oscar worthy. And I'm not doubting any of that in terms of visual effects or, the sounds and the musics and all that stuff. It did immerse you into this new world.
Right.
But I just did not feel that the way the dialogue was happening was something that I was interested in.
Okay.
And it completely took me off the movie, where I just stopped watching it maybe about 45 minutes in.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It's not keeping me there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know
if it comes to Netflix, I'll watch it.
I don't know if Dune 3 is going to do that for me, because obviously you need to know what happened in Dune 2 to continue with 3, because they're all linked, right?
Right.
I guess when Dune 3 does come out on streaming, I'll give Dune 2 a try just so I can get through it all, right? So, because I feel Dune 3 will be a lot better. We did talk about this. Your mic's on mute again. Live action Horizon Zero Dawn will begin filming. There you are. Will
There we
begin
go.
filming in 2026
Oh, I
and
can't
expect
hear
to
him now.
release in 2027. Can you hear me?
I got messed up.
Taff says best part of Dune was the world building. The characters are not interesting. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I do like the world building.
I'll be right back. I can't hear anything.
We'll remove that guy out of there. We'll set up a GoFundMe for his devices. Yes.
There you go.
You're back, sir.
Yeah.
We're setting up a GoFundMe for your electronic devices.
Oh, sorry about that.
Anyway, did you hear anything I said about Horizon Zero Dawn?
That they're doing a live action movie.
Yeah, the movie will begin in 2026 and filming, and then expected to release in 2027.
Well, Sony wants to.
Did you play the game?
I played the first one. Didn't play the second one. I was like, it was kind of more or less the same. I know Sony's not too happy right now with Tencent because at the same time that they're trying to drop this movie, Tencent has got their own game coming out that looks blatantly like Horizon Zero Dawn, also coming out around the same time. So right now, Sony's trying to get the courts to act or to stop the production of their game. Unfortunately, they're going at it with the same judge that ruled on the Xbox for Sony case when Xbox was trying to buy Activision and Call of Duty.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna go for them realistically. But if you look at Tencent's game, it looks like a blatant ripoff.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Too many things look very similar to Horizon.
So
many.
I've always often I'm very interested in Chinese way of doing business, and I've looked into stuff like that. Personally, I'm getting involved in some sort of. There are opportunities for me to look into, but the way I look at the culture of how they do things in terms of IP respecting it, their logic is fair game. It's fair game.
Okay.
It's like if you're bringing your IP here for us to make, we have the right to dismantle and make our own as well.
Interesting.
And the business and the government does encourage that.
Interesting. Okay.
So companies like Samsung, LG, when they brought in their, I don't know why we're getting into this, but I'll do it quickly here.
Okay.
They bring in their technology, all that stuff to manufacturing there. They get a small window of like 5 years to keep that IP secrets together. After that, it's fair game.
Interesting. Okay.
So you have companies like TLC, you have Hisense now stepping it up because they've looked and re-engineered how Samsung and LG make their TVs, and now they're making their own because of that. And that goes with everything.
Wow.
So
okay.
That's how competition there is open, go after everything.
Right.
That's how they feel. That's how they become ferocious and aggressive worldwide.
Interesting. Okay.
So you run the risk when you take your business to China and you have certain things that you have that's unique. It's not going to be unique much longer.
Right. Okay.
And so Sony took the risk and took it there because obviously it's cheaper, right? Tencent
Right.
is going to be a lot cheaper than a Japanese studio.
Yeah.
So,
well, I know they met when they met originally because Tencent had like a spin-off idea for a Last of Us game, and Sony was like, no. And now this whole thing has come about, and they're kind of shitting themselves about what to do. So
the way they feel like it is if your product is good, it's going to sell regardless of how many copycats are around.
Right.
That's how they feel like. If you do a good job, it doesn't matter if there's 10 people that look exactly like your product.
Right.
Your job is to make your brand stronger. And so they really focus on marketing rather than the actual product.
Gotcha.
Full on marketing. Market, right?
Yeah.
Throw billions at marketing. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? That's the risk you take. For me, I'm always concerned when there's a video game movie adaptation because you're
Yep.
either doing it really well or you're not. There's no gray area.
Yeah. I mean, if they're following the first game like tit for tat, I'm sure the first movie is going to be great. The second one, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll
The
see. Because
very first thing they need to do is make sure that it's accurate in terms of looks,
yes,
if you know what I mean.
yes, I
Like
do.
if she's a redhead, light-skinned redhead, let's not change that, please. If you're gonna get the small amount of people that actually care about this IP to watch it,
She's gonna get star fired.
you yeah, that was a terrible decision. Please try to keep the likenesses accurate if you want to attract the small group that's going to come. By the way, I don't think this movie is going to do that well. Okay, I just think there's not enough people that care about this IP.
No,
but you can convince the average person to walk in there if the movie is well made.
yes, right? Yes. After the second game, I don't know how much of a fan base has stuck around with Horizon. So that's going to be that, because that should have been their focus, was like, we need to make sure these guys come back to watch the first movie, which I'm sure they will. But yeah, it's got to be extremely well made in order to capture a modern audience to come in and spend the money that they want to spend.
Also, I think the problem with this is it's very similar to Avatar.
In what way?
Well, you got robots that are going to be going to these lands, right?
Okay.
I know they're built into the story versus Avatar coming into the story,
right,
or the land. But I just feel the landscape, the whole mixture of old and new in a land is very similar to how Avatar is. Avatar's got this big, beautiful, luscious, land, and then you got robots in it. This has big, beautiful, luscious land, and then robots in it.
I think there's. See, I don't know if I find it similar. There's definitely
going to be drawn.
I think there's definitely a difference between the two. Like this is first off, it's placed in our world, not some off-brand alien planet. Like this is on Earth, so you're going to see a lot of things that may look familiar, maybe some cities, buildings, realistically. And what we have here is like it was essentially a plague that kind of wiped out most of the human race. And so like when they were building robots to like help them, it kind of got out of hand, and now robots have integrated with the planet, like wildlife, like nature, and coexisting with nature as well. And so you have these like people who are now basically in tribes trying to survive a little bit, whereas like I don't know, just basing the premise of what millions of people have told me, not millions, but a handful of people,
not millions,
is Avatar was more about stealing resources from a tribe of people.
Well, I'm not saying the story is similar. What I'm saying is the look needs to be just as good as Avatar.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, gotcha.
If it doesn't look anything good like Avatar, or even let's say Planet of the Apes, in terms of apocalyptic world that has gone into vegetation, right? If we don't have the good, beautiful, vibrant look to this world that immerses us into the story, it's a fail. You cannot cheap this thing.
No.
Right?
Not at all.
That's what I'm concerned with. I don't know if Sony's going to throw that type of money into a unknown IP. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Sony's not going to take a risk of, let's just say, throw $250 million into this movie, and it could be a giant bust. That's what I'm concerned with. I think they're going to throw a little, like a medium size. I don't know. I feel that they're going to be very timid or very reserved and say, let's not give all the money to this until it does well, and maybe do a part 2, which then is also another problem. Is, are you going to be able to attract enough money or make enough money to even have a 2, considering you cheapened out on the budget? This is a risky proposition right here. This is very risky in my opinion for Sony, and I'm surprised they're doing this movie rather than continuing on with Uncharted and making it better.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't slated anything about
considering how they left off the first movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Uncharted did okay for them. Like,
it did all right.
Yeah,
the casting was not good. Casting was not good.
No, because originally Mark Wahlberg was supposed to play Nathan Drake, and they were like,
And then he
"Well,
got
you've
old.
aged out."
Yeah.
They're like, "You aged out. We
Yeah.
need somebody a little bit younger."
I just don't see, like, when I see Wahlberg standing next to Tom Holland, I look at Tom Holland as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that he doesn't have that like that aged grit. You know what I mean?
Tav says, Marvel left a lesson in the market. Don't spend millions to get thousands back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think that they it's surprising to me how studios don't do research to see if a movie is going to be a bust. I mean, I could be totally out to lunch and they do it, but when did they think that this movie was going to be a smash hit?
I don't know. And it concerns me with like the whole God of War thing that's happening too. Like they want to do that as a live action.
Amazon's fronting that one.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about right there. It's going to be a
Yeah.
strong woman teaching him how to be a God of War pretty soon.
Well, I mean, Athena did kind of
Oh,
have that.
please don't start with that. Don't start with that.
That's how it started. That's how it started, man. Yeah.
She's supposed to just do the thing and leave. She's going to be around for the whole story, I'm assuming.
More than likely.
Yeah.
More than likely. Taff brought up something pretty cool. Chainsaw Man made 50 million so far in US. I was like, okay. Have you watched any of Chainsaw Man?
I watched a little bit. It's not my cup of tea, but I get it.
I was gonna like my friends are really big on Chainsaw Man. I'm like, cool action, great visuals, but the main character's whole like MO to see like to date a girl and like touch boobs, it's just it's silliness with a crazy scenario in the world city.
I think that's pretty much sums up anime.
Yeah, like
silliness in a crazy world.
Like it's I mean, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, they're also trying to hunt down this thing that is like killing everybody in the entire world. So I'm not sure where this kind of lands. It just, I don't know. It's something about it. The story, the character, it just doesn't hit for me like it does for them. I was expecting a little bit more seriousness out of the series. And the power scaling is totally abrupt too. It doesn't make sense. He goes from getting his ass whooped to going toe to toe with the guy that whooped his ass in like a very short amount of time. Does not make sense.
Yeah. But it's popular.
It is. Yeah.
And it made 50 million, and good for everybody that went and watched it and enjoyed it, had a good time.
Yeah.
I feel that anime is making a resurgence in the North American market in a big way. It's slowly because people want difference. They want different things. They keep getting inundated with the same garbage from Hollywood, right? So they love to see difference, and you can see where the money goes.
Yeah.
And see the difference is already happening. And so you had Demon Slayer do really well, and now you have Chainsaw Man do really well. So
I don't know if we addressed this, but Demon Slayer now broke the record for the #1 international movie in the world. They beat out Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Wow.
Yeah, they are now the #1 spot for that. So congratulations to Demon Slayer, Ufotable. Like, great job. Great job.
Good for them. That's fantastic. We had a little bit of a scuffle on the internet with Zack Snyder fan base versus Gunn fan base.
I love this. I love their squabbles.
It's so fascinating to read the nonsense on there.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, Zack Snyder posted this picture and said, in quotations, Henry Cavill is Superman.
Okay. I wonder. Look, I don't.
You know that scene where Peter Griffin just goes,
where he's hurt himself.
When I saw that, that's exactly what I did. I'm like,
Look, I love Henry as Superman. What I would love for him to come back and play, absolutely. But I think we've kind of moved on now. I think the time has come and gone. I think he's also moved on. You know?
I disagree. Hey, look, I turned off his mic. Yeah, the Hollywood gods have turned off his mic and have allowed me to say whatever I want. All right,
No.
I gotta. Ah, you're back, darn it.
Yes. Don't say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
I just think this man needs help, and I'm not trying to be sarcastic here. This man genuinely needs help. I think he needs someone to sit down with him and say, "Listen, dude, we get it. You loved your time, running the DC show, but your time has ended. You need to move on."
Yeah.
Him posting this, he's trolling at this point.
He's stirring up the flames again.
He's 100% trolling right now. And and I know that him and James Gunn are friends because they have mentioned many times that they're good friends.
Yeah.
If I'm James Gunn, I'm getting on the phone and phoning this guy and like, dude, what the F are you doing? Why do you keep doing nonsense like this? You had your chance. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, but I had nothing to do with your firing. You were fired well before I got there.
Yep.
Zaslav fired your ass.
Yep.
Not me. I came in afterwards because they were looking for someone to replace you. I'm running this. Like, it's that guy who gets on the ship with Tom Hanks. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
Ghost House says Zack Snyder needs to move on to a wheat field for Rebel Moon Part 3.
Every time I see people online who are Snyder fanboys jumping around, swinging their sausages around on the internet, going, "Ha, he's the best. Look at it. This guy killed. Look at Superman." I'm like, what happened to Rebel Moon? What happened to that?
Yeah.
They're like, Netflix should. There's a stir right now about Netflix should buy out Warner Brothers and reinstate Snyder back into the DC. That's what's happening right now, by the way. We talked about
talk about that.
We talked about Paramount buying HBO, but we also talked about companies like Amazon and Netflix in the weeds, maybe looking to jump in and drop some money and buy it out underneath Paramount, because Paramount's deal was rejected by HBO.
Right.
They offered, I think, double the shares value of what it's worth.
Oh, okay.
And HBO said thanks, but no thanks. So HBO is looking to cash in. So there's some thought of that they're going to want at least another 600 million or something more than what they're offering. So they're either playing, their chips close to them and hoping that Paramount, pushes all the chips in and takes the bluff, or they're waiting for some other big studio to say, "Hey, come on in, buy us out."
If they're not willing to take double, I don't know if they're going to be able to sell, man. Like I understand that this is a very big IP that people can just grasp onto and they can do whatever they want, but I don't think like Netflix, Amazon with their recent failures with like Rings of Power is going to like, if you're not willing to take double, I don't know, man. I think that was a bad move on their part. I think what's going to happen now is the offers that people, they were probably going to offer them double as well, is going to start to retract a little bit, and their IPs are going to sink a little bit, and they're going to get less than what they were wanting now because of that.
I mean,
like, how do you
there's
say
always
no
a possibility of there's also a possibility of greed killing them, right? I get that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But right now,
going to snatch it up for way cheaper than what they had wanted.
But what I see right now is complete desperation by these big studios to keep their streaming platforms alive.
Yeah, because they've invested too much.
You look at Disney; they're struggling big time. And if anyone wants to say no, go check up the data. Their stock is at low, and it's just getting killed. They're hemorrhaging losses everywhere, including Star Wars, thanks to Kathleen Kennedy. Their Marvel Studios has not made enough money because they thought they were going to continue to make the billions, but superhero fatigue is set in, and people are not going to watch these movies as often as they should. So you have a lot of companies desperate to get their platforms going. Paramount has a pretty good lineup of shows. They do a pretty good, decent job of making new content, but it's still not enough for them to retain viewership and have their subscriptions continue. Because what's happening is people are watching a couple of these shows and they're unsubscribing.
Right.
So they get a month of surge on a new show released. And once that show is over, they just disappear and they don't come back till another show or the new season starts, which could be 6-7 months down the road, right?
Or longer. Like, look at Stranger Things. It's been
Yeah.
like years. The kids are now adults.
Oh yeah, I know. We were just watching the cast of Stranger Things talking about their experiences just a couple of actually yesterday. Me and my wife were watching it because we're big fans of Stranger Things, and we looked at them. We're like, wow, they're like adults. They're like in their mid-20s now.
Yeah,
And
man.
we watched them when they were like 14, 15 years old kids, right?
Yep.
So it's flown by so much, right?
See, I'm starting to think with all this like pushing is we're going to get a burnout when it comes to, well, audiences are going to get burnt out from all these shows coming out, and then they're waiting months, years for the next season to drop. And I feel like Hollywood themselves are going to burn themselves out with the amount of content that keeps getting pushed. I think at some point we're going to go back to regular TV where we're waiting for like it'll go back to 1 or 2 years, and with a focus being on a show in particular rather than them trying to reach their hands in multiple IPs to create for people just to try to for like people to grasp onto something like, oh my god, yeah, this is great, and then go from there. You know, there's too much. There's too much content out there. Not enough people watching it. There's no focus. There's no focus.
But going back, we kind of veered off on topic here, but going back to this posting, I just feel like he's also acting out of desperation too. I think he realizes his career might be in jeopardy here because of the blunders that has come before him. Because studios look at track records, right? And they look at, well, most studios. Some studios are just dumb and just will give it, like Disney, for example, will just give it to anybody.
Rings of Power.
Yeah. Star Wars accolades. So they look at track records for big IPs, and Netflix spent so much money on pulling Zack Snyder to do their Rebel Moon, the Rebel Moon trilogy, and they lost a lot of money from that. People are like, oh, hey, the first Rebel Moon, so many people watched it. Great. But they signed him on to do 3 movies, not 1.
Mm-hmm.
So if 1 was successful and the other 2 are garbage, what is the point? They lost money. You can't just look at one side of the coin and say everything was hunky-dory there. You have to look at the entire thing.
Yeah, and they definitely don't do that. I think they definitely do not do that.
Luke says, no, the issue is woke, weak garbage being released. I am 49. I've watched all Superman movies, would love many more if they are not garbage, like Gunn's Brandon Dudes movie with Kevin Spacey. I don't disagree with you in terms of the wokeness that's crept into Hollywood in the last decade. I've been on this show multiple times, and you've been with me for a good amount of time knowing my stance on what's happening in Hollywood, where, you know, you have this nonsense of trying to get all the agenda and checkbox things off rather than focusing on making a story good and then incorporating, if need to be, some of these things that you feel are being progressive, right?
And if they're necessary.
Which is what I'm saying.
A lot of it does not feel necessary or organic to the story.
It's shoved in your face.
Yeah.
Progressiveness.
Absolutely.
Which does the complete opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
Right. And so I feel with you, Luke. I understand. I'm of a similar age, a little bit younger than you. And I see this and I'm just like, I just want a goddamn good movie.
Mm-hmm.
You can sprinkle in all that other stuff if you want. It's fine. But the movie, if it's good, then it's good. Because nobody talks about, political views or agendas on a movie that's really good. If the movie's good, nobody cares.
No.
Nobody cares at all. Right? So you can have girl bosses. You can have people from the LBGT plus community in a movie. If it's a good movie, nobody cares.
Mm-hmm. It brings up Ghost Hour brings up Peacemaker and Barbie as like examples.
I'm gonna get into Peacemaker in a second here with this.
Yeah, as good woke movie shows that where the story superseded it.
Completely designed for a specific audience.
Yep. And did really well because of that.
And gangbuster money.
Yep.
Because they're like, this is our audience and we're going to cater to this audience. If you don't like Barbie, then you don't like Barbie.
Then you go watch Oppenheimer, which was also
Exactly.
great. Which
Which
I
is
just
for another
watched.
group of audiences.
I thought Oppenheimer was a dope movie.
Yeah.
Now I got to watch Barbie to see what their whole shebang is about.
I'm not a Barbie person. I don't care for it, so I do not watch it. That doesn't mean I don't respect what they made.
Right.
But their marketing team was like, hey, we're going to double down on Barbie, pink Barbie. Here we go. We're going to double down on this, and we're going to give the moms and the daughters who have played with Barbie dolls since the 60s something to look forward to.
Yep.
And they all went into droves and watched it, and fantastic for them. Good for them. Right? That's their G.I. Joe. That's their Transformers. Right? That's their Marvel.
Exactly.
And, right? So there's an audience. But when you try to merge two different cultures or divisions, demographics into one movie like Star Wars is trying to do, not happening.
Nope.
You can't say Star Wars is for everybody. Yes, it is. Everyone is allowed to watch it, but you can't incorporate everybody's feelings and thoughts and views into a Star Wars movie or a show, because the general audience doesn't care for Star Wars. My wife doesn't care for Star Wars.
Nope.
I do, because I grew up watching it and playing with it.
Same.
And that's the issue that we're having right now. It's not just woke, it's writers, studios not understanding their demographics. They're trying to get it broadened because they think it's going to make them more money. In fact, but it's doing the direct opposite. It's alienating the core audience, which then is not spreading the good word to the general audience.
Yeah.
And so then you are not making those hundreds of millions of dollars. And you're getting backlash. And then what happens? They turn around and say, you guys are all bigots, sexist. You guys are racist. You don't care about Star Wars. No, we do. Which is why we're yelling back at you. Right?
Yeah.
If we didn't care, we don't yell back at you. Like, I don't care about Barbie. You don't see me yelling about Barbie. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Right?
And maybe make sure your actors, say, if you don't like it, don't watch it, because then people will not freaking watch your show. And that's what happened. Yeah. Get some proper PR training happening, guys.
Yeah, proper training, and some people should need therapy. Like Snyder needs therapy here. Dude, like, just stop.
Let it go, man.
Just let it go. You're making yourself look desperate now.
Yeah. I like how Ghost have said, it's funny how the picture's in black and white as trademark gray, sad world where every hero is sad and bitter. Yeah, and see, that's another thing. I'm done with the whole dark hero stuff. I am.
I hated his cinematography. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
In my opinion, Superman is not meant to be dark and brooding and like killing people. Not my thing. And the one thing that I think James Gunn showed better than what Zack Snyder did was his Superman was actually saving people from monstrosities destroying the city and little creatures like a squirrel, Like,
yeah,
that's the Superman I remember kind of growing up with, was this dude can save almost everybody, not bring destruction to a world.
One of the things I really hated about Zack Snyder's views on his movies was I just didn't like the way he portrayed every character. You just said it a second ago. Every character has to be dark.
Yeah.
I get Batman. You want to do Batman dark? Cool. Go
Absolutely.
at it. Make it rain, make it dirty, Gotham, because we did it with Penguin and it was great.
Yeah.
Right?
And not just superheroes, like in some aspects it works, like 300, 100%, that kind of stuff works because it was a dark and gritty time when they were going up against the Persian Empire.
Yeah.
Totally get it. But for stuff like this, nah, man. Superman is supposed to bring hope, and that was not portrayed properly in his movies.
The villain would split the dog in half. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, I was just gonna say this. Okay, if you watch Rebel Moon, I mean, I'm sorry I'm saying this, but every fight sequence was a slow-mo.
Yeah.
He would get into any character would get into a fight, it would just consistently be slow-mo, and it was so frustrating. You're like, why does every fight have to be slow-mo? Why?
Because he loves the Matrix, and he saw that scene. I was like, I'm doing this forever. I'm doing this forever. That's gonna be my trademark.
It was so bad. Every scene had to be slow-mo. And then he would ramp it up at the last second to make it look like it's a fast sequence. It was just so badly done. And to all the Snyder fanboys out there, I'm just like, explain that to me. What if it was so good and be so good, then why did the Netflix say, you know what? Keep the millions we gave you, just get out of here. You're not even doing 3. Just get lost. That's when you know it's bad. Is when they said, take the money we gave you, we out. We're gonna go another direction.
Fair.
So yeah. And doing this kind of stuff just ruffles feathers for no reason. He's trolling. Good for you. Enjoy your troll.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. It just, yeah. No thanks. But
absolutely.
I do want to discuss our main topic of the evening. James Gunn's DC might be in trouble.
I've seen some of these postings.
My concern with him is started with Peacemaker finale. Now, if you haven't watched Peacemaker season 2, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm going to talk about how I felt with the final episode, the finale episode, to wrap it all up, because he has said there's no Peacemaker season 3 coming. This is it. All these characters might show up at one point in another IP, but this is it for this cast.
Okay.
So one is expecting a really good finale.
Right. Are we going to go into spoiler territory here a little bit?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will tell you, it was one of the worst finales I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some bad ones.
Okay.
For a TV show of this momentum, because season 2 had some good episodes. I genuinely enjoyed watching season 2.
Yeah, I remember you saying this.
It had a couple of duds, but it had a couple of awesomeness. And it got good. It blended well. It got better. And then you're waiting for something to happen because they teased us with opening of certain dimensions. If you've seen the trailer, it's not a spoiler or anything like that. I'm not going to get into it. There's an expectation now in my mind. You're opening doors. All right. I might see some Easter eggs. Okay. I might see some coolness.
Yep.
I did not expect to see IKEA furniture.
What?
And I'm going to leave it at that. If you're going, what?
That's what I mean, I just went,
what you just said, what you just did is what I did when I watched that last episode. What? Okay. What are you talking about?
Okay.
So now what this does is it fuels the fire. So a lot of people are coming out right now saying the more I watch that Superman movie, the more I don't like it. And I know you're different about it, and it's just me. I felt the same way. I've watched that movie 3 times, and each time I've watched that movie, my score has dropped.
Interesting.
When we watched that movie, we came on that same day and we did the score, and I gave it an 8 out of 10. Remember that?
Yes. Yep.
Then the following week, I watched it again, and I went down to 7.5.
I do remember that. Yep.
Then a month later, I watched it again, and now my score is at 7.
Oh, interesting.
Because the more you watch this movie, the more of holes you see coming out of the plot, issues with the acting, issues with the CGI, the story. You start seeing more things seeping out of the cracks.
Right.
In my opinion,
when you say plot holes, what plot holes are you talking about? I'm curious.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. So that's. I know there's some people that haven't seen it yet, and I just said that I want to spoil anything, right? So I want to stay to that.
Okay.
Can I talk about something? I'm just trying to see how I can skirt around it without ruining it for anybody who hasn't seen it. and I can't really think of a way without ruining it.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Okay,
That's fair.
well, okay. Let me do a comparison of that. So Lex's whole science thing that he's done, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Peacemaker season 2 has a similar science approach to it towards the end.
Okay. So kind of like their own pocket universe,
Yeah, so to speak.
in a sense. Okay.
Some of the stuff in the movie doesn't make sense compared to some of the stuff's happening here. Okay, so
Okay.
you have to watch both in order to understand what I'm saying, and I'm gonna leave it there because it gets into spoiler territory.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I there is some things that they say in the movie that I look into the TV show and I'm like, okay, this wasn't a concern in the movie. And you couldn't have utilized this, and this. Like, there's so much more you could have pulled from this type of story, right?
Interesting. Okay.
Tav says next Superman movie will be Soups and Lex saving Rock Band in another dimension that James Gunn. That's another thing. James Gunn is James Gunn. He'll do James Gunn things, right?
Right.
I also had issues. One of the my biggest issue was from that movie, and I told you that the day we came back and did the recording for it. What was my biggest issue with that movie?
Oh shit! What was your biggest issue with that movie?
And this gets into spoiler territory. So my issue was with his bloodline. Remember that?
Oh, you talking about with the parents?
Let's just not spoil it for anybody.
Yeah, no.
It was my issue was with the bloodline of their views. Shall we put it that way?
Yeah,
that was a major stickler for me.
Right? Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. You really did have a problem with that, which is understandable. Completely understandable. Okay.
Yeah. So I had a major issue with that, and it gets amplified more and more I watch, and it gets me more and more upset. And I did find a solution for it. Remember, I said there could be a solution for it.
Yes, you did. You did say this. Yeah,
there could be a solution, and they have mentioned indirectly that Brainiac could be the villain of the movie 2, with Lex teaming up with him, right? So that also has an impact with the show. The show does cross over with that scenario a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But for my concern is it's the other stuff around as well for James Gunn that's not doing well. Creature Commandos went like a fart in the wind. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about since it debuted at all. Creature Command was just kind of cheese.
The concern I have is he's come out too weird. Do you get what I'm saying?
James Gunn has
his choices of shows and movies have come out too weird.
Okay.
What I mean by that is he's a quirky guy. You can tell he's a very quirky guy. That's why he picked Guardians of the Galaxy. Right? I think he's trying to do this over and over again, where he's finding IPs that are awkward and quirky with awkward and quirky characters and trying to bring them to life rather than focusing on the bread and butter of the DC roster.
Right. Okay. I can see what you're saying.
Creature Commander was unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary.
Right.
Then Peacemaker season 2, I know why he did this, because this is his baby.
Right. Yep.
And there's no way you're going to convince James Gunn to give up his babies. No way.
I'll give you that. Yep.
Or the actors that he picks, which is why you have some of these actors coming back, right?
Yes.
Tav says James Gunn also has an issue of not letting dramatic moments settle in. He needs to add a joke. Yeah.
I have noticed that with a lot of his movies.
Yeah. Like I said, you've got this cluster of DC well-known characters like Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Robin. You've got these characters that people know and love from DC, right? Then you have characters like Booster Gold we talked about, We have Martian Manhunter,
Yep.
Cyborg. These are characters on the fringe of that nucleus,
Yeah.
right? People are interested in seeing those maybe come to the big screen or the small screen eventually because they've been waiting for a while, right?
Yes.
For example, Booster Gold. A lot of people are just dying to see this who are DC fans, right? Dying to
Yeah.
see this. For me, the way that he went about bringing this new era in has backfired on him because he thought these lesser known IPs would the quirkiness would bring, the Guardians of Galaxy type of views into DC.
Right.
And it has not. The decision to have multiple characters in Superman, I think, is hurting it now. I think so.
Okay.
I think it's hurting the fact that you have a Green Lantern TV show that hasn't come out yet. It's been delayed, hasn't come out yet. It's supposed to come out now in early January of 2026, somewhere there now.
Right.
Those type of movies should have been at the forefront, or TV show should have been at the forefront. There's
Okay.
no talk about it, and there's no Batman. There's no Wonder Woman.
Right.
Batman's handicapped because there's another Batman project in the works at DC.
Yeah.
So
that
there's
I
a
think is
giant
hurting them
fumble
right
right
now.
there. There's
Yeah.
a giant fumble right there.
And they're too close together. Like, usually they wait like maybe a decade before they do a new Batman. So I can see how that's a major hindrance right
He's
now.
handicapped because you can't have two Batmans on the big screen.
No. I mean, I feel like at this point, I feel like we've talked about it. To just integrate that Batman into your world, man.
They won't. Here's the thing. The reason why they won't is because they have a contract obligation with what's this guy, the director,
Matt Reeves.
Yeah. And so they're not going to cancel his contract because they paid him already. So Matt Reeves also wants to finish his story. He's Christopher Nolan, basically. He wants to finish his story. And you can't blame the guy. You already signed this contract with them. So you got to let him see it through, right?
Yep.
So when you don't have Batman, when you don't have Green Lantern stuff ready to go out of the gates to support the Superman movie, you have instead Peacemaker and Creatures Commander, where nobody really cares that much about. And then the way you ended Peacemaker left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because it's all over the internet. People complain about it. They're like, what the hell did I just watch?
Yeah. I have seen the complaint, or I've seen people complaining about it. I don't know the whole as to why, because I haven't watched it yet. So,
and he's come out and said that he's going to do what he thinks is best.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see a little bit of narcissism in that, where someone's like, I'm going to do what's best for who? You or the fan base?
Yeah. Didn't he say like somewhere along the lines, like, I liked how it ended? Again, he's like, I understand some people don't, but it is what it is. I'm going to just keep doing my thing.
Cowbug just said, no, Sheldon, Twilight Batman has to go. Rick Flag in Creature Commandos is a completely different character. Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that somebody pointed out that Rick Flag went through so many like changes throughout like his time on screen, from Creature Commandos to the Superman movie to whatever the new thing in Peacemaker is. His whole personality changed like 3 times.
Now, people have said, calm down, pump the brakes. This is only year 1. Let him cook. I've been hearing things like that.
Right.
No. It's not pump the brakes. It's not let him cook. He should be already cooking with the access that he has to a plethora of characters. He's taking too long, in my opinion, to get people interested back into DC.
I agree.
The honeymoon stage is over.
Yes.
You had your chance from the day you got access, the keys. You had your chance to start putting together a lineup of what's to come.
Yeah.
What's stopping him from getting on stage and saying, these are the things we're working on. These are the projects. Here's a timeline. You got to get people going.
Yeah. You got to build some sort of interest, man.
And from what I see, the reason why he hasn't done that is because I think there was a lot of wrenches thrown into his timelines where the studio said, nope, sorry, you cannot make a Batman movie right now. Matt Reeves has the floor for the next foreseeable future. Then Wonder Woman. What's stopping him from like getting a cast announced at least, or even just saying, "Hey, Wonder Woman's in the projects. We're working on a." There's not even. There was supposed to be a TV show, Themyscira TV show. I don't know what happened to that. I have no idea what happened to
Just
that.
like disappear.
Just like gone. Just like that. There was talk about a Wonder Woman TV show that takes place in her, island,
Right.
with not Wonder Woman but other,
The Mascarians. Yeah.
Themyscirians. I don't know what happened to that. No idea. Then you have the popularity, which Tav just mentioned, of Penguin. It blew expectations. Went beyond.
It really did.
Yeah. It was a fantastic show.
Yeah. I don't know if I want a season 2. I think I'm good with the season 1.
You might not want it, and I don't want it either. I was very happy at how it ended.
Same.
But money talks.
That's true. Yeah.
Money talks, and these guys love money.
That's true. Yeah.
And they're gonna make a season 2. Now, here's the issue. If you make a season 2 of Penguin, you're continuing to build that Batman, that world of Batman.
Yeah.
Who's gonna care about this Batman? Nobody.
No one, man. That's gonna put his Batman out of place.
Your world building that Batman, where this one comes to fruition, I was like, who cares?
No
I like that one over there better.
Yep. It's Detective Batman. That's what we're getting. And we're getting like realistic villains out of it from the Batman perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman Island full of Amazonian.
Damn.
But if they're wearing Amazonian outfit, do you care?
No. Absolutely not. Oh man.
I know I don't. So getting with James Gunn's the reason why people are saying that this could be problematic is there's another thing that we touched on a couple of weeks ago is if Paramount buys HBO, they've already said that they're going to remove Gunn out of the frame. If I'm James Gunn and I'm hearing this, by the way, none of this is confirmed. This is just all hearsay from a lot of executives in the Hollywood scene. If I'm James Gunn and I hear this, am I motivated now to push things faster, or am I going to sit back and wait to see what's happening with this merger or buyout?
If I were him, I'd push things out faster. I would. I mean, you're sitting on a lot of written work, but you have nothing casted. Your legacy is going to be tarnished if you don't do anything to completion. I mean, that's what happened to Snyder. His legacy in DC is tarnished, despite what the Snyder fanboys are saying. He did not make a coherent movie with the second Superman movie, which turned out to be a Batman versus Superman movie. Mostly a Batman movie, not barely Superman. His Justice League movie was a joke because he had to leave partway for very sad reasons. However, like because what's his name took over, it ended up being a complete crap fest, man. Losing Superman in a second movie meant absolutely nothing to nobody. You can't just kill a character off without building that character. I understand like the first movie set a tone for him, but then that movie just absolutely ruined Superman. It meant nothing losing Superman. And that made me sad because his death should have been more impactful, and it wasn't.
Yeah, Josh Whedon had a lot to do with the debacle of Justice League as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's his name.
He tried to paint over this damaged wall, but all he did was plaster paint everywhere and nothing
made
stuck.
It worse.
It made a runny paint.
It made Zack Snyder's cut look way better because of that. It did. The
other thing I'm looking at it is from the studio perspective is what if the studio went up to him and said, hey, listen, there's a potential of a buyout here. So whatever you have in plan, it's got to wait.
Yeah.
So maybe he's sitting on some stuff and it's got to wait.
Could very realistically happen. Yeah. It's because he took too long with it.
Yeah.
Took too long with it. Like Batman should have been cast. Wonder Woman should have been cast by now. in him focusing on small, like you said, him focusing on smaller people wasted his time.
Well, also got the hype down. The hype
Yeah.
was good when he started it, right? And then by having these shows as the forefront, people like, oh, this is what you're going to give us for the next couple of years. All
Yeah.
right. I was expecting Green Lantern. We've been talking about Green Lantern since Snyder times.
Yeah.
We got, glimpses of it, some teases of it, some end cut scenes, whatever. We never got the Lantern movie or show that we've been waiting for quite some time.
Yeah, we're still having that taste of freaking Ryan Reynolds crap fest of Green Lantern in our mouths.
And what I've heard with the Green Lantern show that's coming out in January-ish is it's going to be grounded.
Yeah, I've heard people are saying that it's going to be a lot like True Detective kind of style, which I'm like,
so they have green rings that give them power of flight and manipulation of matter.
Yeah.
And they're going to be grounded detectives.
When they're like military personnel. And I'm like, just bring Batman into the fray if you want detective work, man. Or The Question.
I was just going to say that. It's crazy you said that. Literally going to say The Question. I was just going to say that. Because that's something cool that we want to see.
Yeah.
Right?
And the conspiracy theorist that's also a detective. Yeah.
That would be a hit.
That would be a hit, dude. That would be a
With
hit.
what's going on today, that would be hits.
Mm-hmm.
You throw that and Booster Gold into a TV show, you got yourself cooking.
Yeah, dude.
This is the stuff that we dream of watching.
That'd be so good.
I don't know. I just feel that he might be in between a rock and a hard place, or he might just be narcissist about the whole thing. It's tough to read.
It could be a thing where he's just in over his head now and he doesn't know what to do.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he can multitask. I think he can do multiple things and put people in charge of doing multiple things, but he's got to do it.
Yeah.
And the question is, why is he being held, or is he doing it himself? That's the question that I'm trying to figure out, is like, why aren't you announcing possible projects? What's the holdup? It's a studio.
Like, the roadmap is very unclear right now.
It's all over the place. Like, all we know is that there's another Superman movie coming out. But DC is not just about Superman. Yes, he's the most popular character. Some will argue Batman is. Yes, I get that. You want to have that keep coming out. But people didn't jump on your bandwagon and it got excited about you because you're just going to do Superman news. They're expecting you to give us classic characters that have never seen the light of day.
Yeah. You promised a whole universe and you still haven't delivered yet.
And Creature Commandos ain't it.
No.
If you were to ask 100 DC fan base, what would you love to see? I don't think at least, I would say maybe one or two people would say Creature Commandos.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, it's not at the top of their list at all.
I didn't even know who Creature Commandos were. Right?
Never heard of them.
DC. And he's got to stop gambling with these lesser known groups and thinking they're all going to be hits.
Yeah,
they're not going to be. Man. Yeah, they're not Guardians of the Galaxy. All of these things. James Gunn needs to learn from Snyder's fail. Don't stamp his name into every movie. Let other directors, writers take over. This is what Phase 1 Marvel did. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That might be the problem. That might be his actual problem. You know?
Can you be hands off and allow other people to be creative?
It's gonna deter his direction. But I mean, if you establish what your direction is with the directors and what the vision is overall, I'm sure they'll keep it within the confines and still do their own thing.
Yeah. I'm also concerned about him saying that he knows what's best, or he thinks it's the best way to go about things. Like his decisions he made and Superman as a character, as the storyline, I'm not sold on that.
I think it's coming from a perspective of it's his perspective, it's his universe, so he knows what's best for his universe. I'm
Yeah.
not going to take it as he's saying this as a whole for DC, but for his direction, I think what he's saying is it's best for his universe to move forward with. Which
Then he's no different than Zack Snyder.
no, not at all.
Because Zack Snyder had the same thing. Hey, I'm gonna do Superman, Batman, Aquaman, all these guys my way.
Yeah.
And it imploded. It didn't do well.
Yeah.
You don't get fired because you did a great job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because Zack Snyder also did the thing where he introduced what? Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, all before they had their own movies. We got their movies after the fact, after they all joined together. So the whole point was try to do a whole Avengers thing and introduce them before, so then we get them as a team later.
It could work if you do it well.
Right.
It could work.
He didn't.
But I also feel the casting choices for some of those characters were wrong.
Yeah.
Some of them went a little crazy.
Aquaman especially, along with the Flash.
Well, Flash for sure.
Those two were the worst casting choices in my opinion.
And then you have Cyborg, who had issues with DC.
Yeah. I think the dude who played Orm in the Aquaman movie would have been a better choice.
Everyone talks about that, yeah.
Arthur Curry, yeah. He looks the part. I don't know.
Yeah, the email Bruce Wayne got for the rosters, yeah. Remember how they introduced all them with the email video?
Yeah. The worst videos ever, man. The most like ascertained videos I've ever seen.
Doomsday looks like a goblin or a troll from Lord of the Rings.
The worst looking version of Doomsday I've ever seen.
So we'll see. I mean, I think the rope has been tightened and the leash has been reduced on his momentum.
Yeah.
He needs to get something out quick, very soon. He needs to make sure the Green Lantern show is a success, because if that's a dud, now you've got 3 shows that did not do well. And now you're going to have questions asked as why are you even doing the shows anymore?
Yep.
The studio execs will say, why are you doing these shows if they're not being successful? You're 0-3 then, right?
You know, it's crazy that we've come to a point now where we make a movie and then we need a TV show to
explain it
the
all.
World and explain more. Where movies used to just be like, here's the movie. We're going to do another movie that explains more things, and then another movie to explain more things. I don't want TV shows to be tied in anymore. I think I'm kind of
I don't either. I 100% agree. I don't need you to tell me what they ate for breakfast.
No, I don't. Yeah. And I don't need it to expand that world. You should be able to do it within your movie. And if
give me some suspense to another part 2.
Yeah.
Leave me hanging a little bit.
Yeah. If you can't. Yeah. If you can't explain your world in like the first movie or the second movie, maybe you're not good at your job. And I'm not saying I'm one to do it because I'm not a good storyteller, but there's probably better people out there that can.
You know, one of the ways I was thinking about how Superman movie could have left us with a little bit of Easter egg is, you remember that part? Sorry for anybody who hasn't seen it. I have to mention this. You remember that part where that certain individual gets sucked into the black hole?
Yes, I know exactly where you're going with this. Yeah.
It could have, well, I don't know if you are, but it could have been an Easter egg for the villain that's going to be coming into movie 2. It could have been an Easter egg at the end, an end credit scene where you see the ship
coming out.
Yeah. Or it could be the Phantom Zone. There are possibilities you could have done with that little bit.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, James says he knows what's best. And, well, he's got about, I think, 1.5 years to show that. The Supergirl movie better do well as well. Green Lantern and Supergirl better be good movies and TV shows. Otherwise, we got some problems.
I like what Ghost F says. He liked Moon Knight. It wasn't tied to the Marvel movies, even if I didn't like the end of it. Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that's kind of a big problem with a lot of these superhero movies, is they keep trying to tie themselves into one another when it doesn't need to be the case, man.
No, it doesn't need to be at all. So yeah, we'll see how James Gunn does. He's got about a year and a half, I think, in my opinion, to show us something. And these next two projects that they've got coming out in 2026,
They got to blow it out the water.
They've got to do well. They've
Yeah.
got to do well. They don't have to be the best ever, but they've got to pique the interest of people and get the excitement going.
Yeah.
Get that momentum pushing forward to the next phase, right?
Mhm.
So if that doesn't happen, then we'll see. And then hopefully this merger or buyout does not complicate things and it just keeps going. Like if I am Paramount and I buy out HBO and I see James Gunn cooking, let him cook.
Yeah.
Let him do it, because if you stop and bring somebody else into charge, now you have to reboot the whole thing. And I don't think the fan base is ready for another reboot.
Not that quickly, man. Not that
It's
quickly.
too much.
No, you'd have to let it sit for at least 10 years, at least a decade, for people to kind of wash their mouths out and their eyeballs out from what they saw, purge it from memory, and then bring it back. Otherwise, you're just going to cause fatigue.
One last thing. I'm not saying Henry Cavill is not a good Superman. I think he was a fantastic Superman, and I really like Henry as an actor, but he's got a plate full of stuff that he's working on. He is moved on.
Yeah.
So why isn't Zach moving on? That's my question. Henry has never posted a picture in the last 6 months about Superman.
No, not since the last thing with the whole Black Adam fiasco and his meeting with James Gunn. After that, he never brought it up again.
Yeah.
Which is smart on his part as an actor, because it's not him holding on to something. He's just like,
no, he's got so many other. He's got Warhammer project going off the yin yang everywhere.
Yep, and Highlander going on.
There's also Highlander, and then there's also news that dropped yesterday, which I want to get into to end it off and do our top 5 here. There is a rumored Marvel movie that he's looking into, and it's not going to be Captain Britain. It's going to be something else.
Thank God. The whole Captain Britain thing and him. Oh, who's gonna watch that?
No, there is talk that he might be a nihilist.
Whoa.
Okay. A nihilist to go against Nova Corps movie or
interesting.
TV show. That's what's circling right now around why he might be a nihilist. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see if there's any concrete to it, because right now it's just circling around. It could just be nonsense rumors,
right?
But that's what I've been hearing on the old internet, that he could be a nihilist and it could be part of a Nova Corps TV show or movie.
Interesting.
I don't know where he's going to get the free time, because he's got a movie and TV show for Warhammer going crazy.
Yeah.
So he might be busy with that. But we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll keep an eye on James Gunn, see what he's going to be doing. And hopefully he gets the DC wheel turning. All right, time now for our top 5. We always do a top 5 every week in our show. I've got a top 5 today, and it's going to be top 5 Denzel Washington movies. I love me some Denzel. This was difficult because I told you that I could have easily put a top 10 together here, and I would have been satisfied with that.
Yep.
Having a top 5 makes it so much harder, and that's why we do it. It would be too easy to do a top 10.
I agree.
A lot of topics. I had literally 2 movies that fell off that I could not put on here. He Got Game was one of them.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I loved that one. It was so different than what he does, right? And then Man on Fire was another good.
Shit.
They did not make my top 5.
Man, they're so good. They're so good. Man on Fire was dope. Oh my God.
I know it pains me to not have them in my top 5. But I can tell you this, it was a good top 5. It's a good top 5.
Okay.
All right. So let's start off with number 5 on the list. So number 5 in my top 5 was The Hurricane. Reuben Carter. Yeah. Denzel, this movie, oh man, there was so much emotion in this movie. I remember watching this in the theater and I'm like, my God. Like, it was so well done. If you have not seen this movie, go and watch this movie. It is a fantastic movie. It was so good. So number 5 on my list, The Hurricane.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Number 4 on my list. The Equalizer.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Who
The
knew?
Equalizer.
Who knew you could do so much damage with the hammer?
Crazy. Such a good movie.
A hammer from Home Depot could do so much damage.
Wild. Good picks. I like it.
I had very little expectation with this. When I heard about this, I'm like, okay, it's a Denzel Washington. I have to see it. Is it going to be that good? Probably not.
Home Depot for the win.
Yeah. And then you go watch it and you're like, holy crap, this is so good. Wow.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, you like it? We'll give you 2 more. And you're like, holy crap, they're good too.
They were good. They were amazing movies.
They were good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, you do not expect that good of a 2 and a 3 from a trilogy, and they were good. And this movie was fantastic.
Yep.
And he just made a trilogy out of freaking nowhere. And you sit back, you're like, holy crap, he made 3 movies with a hammer as the lead role, as a sidekick role.
Oh shit.
Oh man. So that was, what was that? That was number 4.
That was 4. Yeah,
Yes.
now you're top 3. Oof.
All right.
I'm so curious.
Oh, okay.
The Man and Fire's not in there. He Got Game not in there. I'm like, what
this
the hell
got
is this
really
dude choosing?
dicey. The 3, okay, number 1 was always cemented. Okay, so
Okay.
number 1 was always cemented. 2 and 3 was very dicey.
Right.
It could have gone both ways, and I would have been happy.
Okay.
It got dicey. Okay, so number 3. Here, let's do number 3. American Gangster.
Oh, hell yeah. That movie was dope.
That movie
was
slaps
cold as
you
shit.
in the face.
Oh my. Forget the slap. When he just walked up to the guy on the street and just popped him, I was like,
Ooh.
Damn. Yeah, that movie. I remember
Diabolical.
Me and my friends watched that in theater, and we were like, yo, that movie was the shit. The MFN Shears was that movie, man.
One of the best of all time.
I think that was his coldest role he's ever played.
There's another one that could say, hold my beer. That's number 3 right there.
Okay. That's crazy.
Number 2. The Training
shit.
Day.
Oh, shit. Okay.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Okay. I can see why you struggle with 2 and 3 now. I'm a little surprised, maybe not number 1, but now I'm curious about really what your number 1 is, man. Because Training Day was crazy, dog. Holy shit.
It was the first time I think I saw him be a bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he played very violent bad guy.
He plays it well, man.
God. These are some of the, like, just think about it. Forget the fact that it's played by Denzel Washington. These are some of the best movies I've seen.
That's what, do you know, Ghost Tab? I don't disagree with you. I thought that would have been the first pick, the number 1 pick as well. But now you got me curious.
So number 1 is my favorite for so many reasons. And it gives me goosebumps to this day when I watch it. Because there's a lot of emotion and history behind it that I respect and understand about America.
Okay. I think I know what you're going with here now.
So number 1 on my list, and it will forever be my favorite movie from Denzel. And this is my personal, right?
Of course. Yeah.
Remember the Titans.
Hell yeah. Okay. You know what?
I get emotional just talking about this.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Okay. I
It's a
agree
very
with your
good
number
movie.
one pick. I agree with your number one pick. Hot. I love your list.
And
Good list.
there's other movies out there that he's done obviously really well too. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some people that will gravitate to a specific one based on their views or their thoughts. But this is my number one because of what this movie encapsulates or brings out and talks about
Yeah.
history in America's society and how sports can bring people together,
Yeah.
right? How sports can bring brothers from different mothers together.
Yeah. For me, this is big because this came out when I was a little youngling and I was playing football. So that movie spoke to me on like a lot of different levels, and not just about America, but it also captured what playing football as a team really is about. Like it's a cohesive unit that's supposed to work together efficiently, and you
Yeah.
need to trust one another in order to get things going. And if you don't, your team will fall apart. Besides like the American messaging and what they went through, like bringing people together, despite your race, it's like about brotherhood. It's about family. It's about love for one another. I number one in my, your number one is my number one.
Yeah, it was just an emotional roller coaster. I have not seen this with my sons yet, but I'm planning on it. I'm planning on because my youngest is really into football, and
Oh,
so
cool.
yeah, so I do want to watch it with him. I'm probably gonna do it when he's ready for it. I think because he's gonna have questions, right?
Oh yeah, for sure he will.
Taff says, I'm joking. I know. Remember the Titans was inspired by Attack on Titan. Don't ruin the moment, Tav. We're having a
James
hard.
Gunn this. Don't James Gunn this, okay?
Don't got this. Don't
Having a
Jackson.
serious
Don't
moment.
slow
You
mo
added a
Zack Snyder
joke.
into this. Don't slow mo Zack Snyder into this thing. Well, they all tackle slowly.
Shit.
But I just I love the whole history of it, Civil War
Yeah.
to all of the stuff that's happening in this era. It's just and the music, by the way, the music was fantastic in this thing. Some old school. I love me some classic rock too once in a while, and so they had some good ones in there. The acting was great from some of these people, and then of course Denzel just stands out as the coach of it all and brings it all together, right? So yeah, definitely it says history is written by the winners, and this movie was a winner, and so is Denzel Washington. I think he's going to go down as one of the greatest actors in this century ever.
I agree.
It just every time he comes on, it's just like magic.
Even if he's in a bad movie, he elevates that movie regardless.
Yeah, he drags it over the cross line.
Yeah.
And that's why you have the big bucks. He's one of these rare actors that you have to pay the big bucks because they can tow your shitty movie across the line.
He can end up making it an okay movie because of his prowess. Yeah.
He's the difference between 50 to 100 million more in your movie.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is. That's what exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Right. The minute they hear Denzel's in there, starts piquing the interest of people. So that is my top 5 Denzel Washington movies. I have a feeling this won't be the last time we see the Remember the Titans in my top 5. There might be a top 5 sports movies down the road.
I like it.
So
my top 5 coming up next.
Okay, let me ask you, what was your top 5 of Denzel's? Would it have been the same 5 or different?
Some of those, so like American Gangster for sure. Training Day, 100%. Remember the Titans, definitely on there. Man on Fire, I think would have been in my list for sure.
I struggled with that one, yeah.
Yeah, because
who would you remove? Hurricane?
Probably. Yeah, I would think for me it would have to be the Hurricane, just because Greasy Bear was the man. You know what I'm saying? Greasy Bear was the shit. Ooh. He was more of a father than the actual father, man. So I'm giving it to Greasy Bear on that one.
Tess has been cheering Canada, John Q in the flight. Yeah, like I said, You could have
Yeah.
made a top 10, and you would have been
Yeah.
happy with your top 10.
We'll revisit that. I'll do my own top 5, Denzel, later down the road.
You got it down the road. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think for my top 5 next week, it's going to be my top 5 of spooky movies to celebrate Halloween.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the last Sunday before Halloween, right? Is it not?
Exactly, which is why I want to do that.
Okay. Maybe I'll do the top 5 movies that scared the pants out of me as a kid.
Okay.
And I will never revisit those movies ever again. Ever. I swear to God. There's one that had me sleeping my parents' floor.
No way.
I couldn't sleep in my own bed. So
wow.
join me
How
next
old
week.
were you?
13.
What?
Yeah. I had to sleep on my parents' floor. Luckily, they had a big room.
Okay.
That's how terrified I was. No, actually, no, not 13. 11. Sorry, 11. There was another thing that happened to me at 13. That's a different story altogether.
Okay.
11. I was 11. Yeah, I was 11. I had to sleep on the floor there. I couldn't
Gotcha.
do it as a kid. It messed my head up.
Interesting. Okay.
Tav says my Halloween pick is Jeremy Renner haircut. That is scary. I thought he was gonna say something else.
I thought so too.
But yeah, okay. So you do your spooky movies, and I'll do 5 movies that freaked the heck out of me as a kid, and why I hate scary movies.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good.
My wife did make me watch a scary TV show on Netflix. It's based on real events. And there are 2 short stories. I think one of them's 3 episodes, one of them's 2 episodes long.
Oh, interesting.
It's on Netflix, and I forget the name. About it. But one of the stories takes place in a college dorm. Another one takes place in a house someone bought. And I'm telling you, man, they were spooky.
Okay, interesting.
I can't remember what it's called.
When you find out, let me know, because I'm always down for stuff I feel like horror movies just aren't like scary anymore.
These are like possessions and ghosts, not Yellow Jacket. It's based on true events that happened to individuals, then they reenact it. It's only 5 episodes. It's a short thing on Netflix. I'm trying to find it right now, but how would you look for it? Look it up, like horror section or something?
It would definitely be in the horror section, yeah. Wait, did it have to do with like a black family?
Oh, I found it.
Oh, is it The Haunting on a Hill?
No, it's called True Haunting.
True Haunting.
Look it up if you want to put the poster up I'll put it up if you want. True Haunting. I definitely recommend this. I'm not one of those people that like scary stuff, but I thought both stories were really good. True Haunting on Netflix.
Interesting. Okay. October. Let's see if I can pull this up. Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, it's 5 episodes. First 3 episodes is one story, and then it's episode 4 and 5. Yeah. Episode 4 and 5 is on another story, and they're both really good stories.
Okay, I will definitely check this out.
If you're into this kind of stuff and it's Halloween, you want to get into that spookiness things, I recommend this. Definitely go watch it.
Common Writers, it says exception makes Common Writer. Is that an anime?
Yes.
Oh, is that the one with the 40-year-old dude who wears like a mask? That wanted to be Common Writer when he was a kid?
I guess so.
Interesting. I did see the first episode. It was kind of dope.
All right. I think we're good for today.
Yeah, I think that's it.
We'll be back next week with our top 5s. We'll have 2 of them. One that he's going to do about his favorite, and one of my 5 that scared the pants out of me. So join us next week for some trick or treats. We'll talk about some scary movies that changed our life or changed our pants. We'll talk about that kind of things. We'll get into that. We'll get a very Halloweenish episode. So join us next week. So everybody have a good weekend, and we's out. Spook.